Have you ever found yourself overanalyzing a woman's actions, wondering if she's truly interested or just being polite? It's frustrating, isn't it? One moment, she's laughing at your jokes, and the next, she seems distant and cold. You start questioning every text, every word, every glance, trying to decode a puzzle that feels impossible to solve. But here's the harsh truth: if a woman isn't interested, she'll show it. Subtly, quietly, but unmistakably. The signs are there, hidden in her behavior, her tone, and her actions. You just have to know what to look for. In this video, we'll reveal the 7 clear signs that show when a woman isn't interested. But we won't stop there. We'll also explore powerful Stoic insights, helping you not just recognize these signs, but handle them with confidence, calm, and strength. No more second-guessing. No more emotional confusion. Just clarity and control. Because when you understand what you can't control, like someone else's feelings, you unlock the true power of what you can control: your own reactions, your own self-worth, and your own emotional freedom. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where you stand, and more importantly, how to stand tall, no matter the outcome. Sign 1, she's consistently unavailable. You reach out, you make plans, but somehow she's always too busy. There's always an excuse: a packed schedule, a sudden meeting, a last-minute errand. At first, you tell yourself it's just bad timing. Maybe she really is busy. But when it happens again and again, the message becomes clear. If someone wants to make time for you, they will. If they don't, they'll find reasons not to. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. You cannot control her schedule, her choices, or her priorities, but you can control your response. Instead of waiting endlessly or trying harder to win her time, choose to step back. Focus on those who value your presence and on pursuits that enrich your life. Your time is valuable. Don't spend it chasing someone who's not willing to meet you halfway. And it's not about anger or resentment, it's about acceptance, recognizing reality, and protecting your peace. That's Stoic strength, letting go of what you cannot control and standing firm in your self-respect. Sign 2, conversations feel forced and one-sided. You text her and the replies are short, delayed, or dry. You try to keep the conversation going, but it feels like pulling teeth. She responds out of politeness, but there's no real engagement, no depth, no effort to keep the dialogue alive. You ask about her day and she gives one-word answers. You share something personal and she barely reacts. The connection feels forced, like you're holding up the entire conversation while she's just waiting for it to end. It's painful, but here's where Stoic wisdom comes in. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." If you sense disinterest, don't try to force a bond that isn't there. Don't chase or beg for attention. That only drains your energy and erodes your self-worth. Instead, step back and observe. Let silence speak. If the conversation fades, let it. Sometimes, silence is an answer in itself, and it's better to face the truth than to lose yourself in a fantasy of what could be. You deserve connections that are mutual, conversations that are genuine, and people who meet your effort with equal enthusiasm. That's the standard. And when you uphold that standard, you're not losing anything. You're just clearing space for something real. Sign 3. She avoids physical and emotional intimacy. When someone is interested, they naturally seek closeness, whether it's through touch, deep conversations, or simply spending more time together. But if she constantly avoids these moments, it's a sign. Maybe she flinches when you get too close, avoids eye contact, or keeps conversations surface level. You try to open up, but she changes the subject. You attempt to get closer, but she pulls away. It feels like there's an invisible wall, and no matter how much you try, you can't get past it. Stoicism teaches acceptance of reality. Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Chasing someone who emotionally distances themselves is one way we waste precious time and energy. You can't force connection, and you shouldn't have to. Love, interest, and intimacy should flow naturally. If it doesn't, it's not your role to fight for it. Your role is to recognize the truth and act with dignity. Instead of clinging, choose to let go. Not out of bitterness, but out of self-respect. Walking away isn't weakness, it's strength. It's acknowledging that your value doesn't depend on anyone else's acceptance. You deserve genuine connection, not forced proximity. Sign 4. She rarely initiates contact. You're always the one texting first. You're the one who calls, who makes plans, who checks in. And if you stop reaching out, the silence stretches endlessly. Days, maybe weeks, go by and nothing. No message, no call, no effort. It feels one-sided, like you're carrying the entire connection on your shoulders. And deep down you start wondering, if I stopped trying, would we ever speak again? Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If your thoughts are consumed with chasing someone who doesn't value you, that energy shapes your reality. You start accepting less than you deserve. You begin to think it's normal to beg for attention, but it isn't. If someone values you, they'll make the effort. They'll reach out, check in, and show they care. But if they don't, that's your answer. It's not rejection, it's clarity. And clarity is a gift, even when it hurts. Don't chase, don't convince, don't cling. Instead, focus on those who naturally value your presence. Let go of what feels forced. Your time, your energy, and your peace are worth protecting. Sign 5. She doesn't prioritize you. When someone is interested, they find ways to include you in their life. They make plans, even if it's just grabbing a coffee or a quick chat. But if she's constantly canceling, rescheduling, or saying she's too busy while finding time for everyone else, that's a sign. You feel like an option, not a priority. And deep down, you know it. You feel the distance growing, but you keep hoping it's just temporary. But here's the Stoic truth. Hope that denies reality is just self-deception. Epictetus reminds us, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. If you value respect, then you must uphold it, even if that means stepping back. You shouldn't have to beg for a place in someone's life. You shouldn't have to prove your worth to be prioritized. If someone wants you in their world, they'll make space. If they don't, they won't. It's that simple. And when you accept that, you set yourself free. Free from waiting, free from wondering, free from wasting your time on people who don't see your value. That's strength, that's self-respect, and that's the kind of discipline Stoicism calls for. Focusing only on what you can control and releasing what you cannot. Sign 6. She avoids deep conversations and personal sharing. When there's genuine interest, people naturally open up. They share their thoughts, fears, dreams, and memories. But if she keeps things shallow, only talking about surface-level topics and avoiding anything personal, it's a sign. You ask how she's feeling and she brushes it off. You try to get to know her deeper, but she keeps her guard up. It's like she's present but not really there. And every time you try to connect on a deeper level, the wall grows taller. Stoicism teaches us to face reality with courage. Seneca said, "It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable." And part of being unconquerable is accepting the truth, even when it stings. If someone isn't willing to open up, it's not your job to break down their walls. You can't force vulnerability, and you shouldn't have to. Instead, focus on your own strength. Accept that some people may choose to keep their distance, and that's their right. But it's also your right to seek connections that are open, honest, and real. Relationships are about mutual trust, and if that's missing, you're only chasing an illusion. You deserve depth, you deserve real. Don't settle for anything less, and don't lose yourself trying to unlock doors that were never meant for you. Accept, release, and redirect your energy to people and pursuits that welcome you in. Sign 7. Her actions don't match her words. She says she enjoys spending time with you but rarely makes the effort. She claims she values your friendship or connection, but her actions tell a different story. Maybe she says, "I'm just busy right now," but you see her making time for others. Or she says, "I care about you," but rarely shows it in meaningful ways. The inconsistency is confusing, and you start questioning your own judgment. You wonder if you're overthinking it, but deep down, you feel the distance. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. And when your thoughts are clouded with uncertainty and doubt, it drains your happiness." But here's the truth. Words are easy. It's actions that reveal the real answer. If her words and actions don't align, trust the actions. They are the true reflection of her feelings. Stoicism teaches us not to be deceived by appearances. Don't cling to what sounds good. Don't hold on to empty promises. Look at what's real. Look at what is. And if her actions show distance, disinterest, or avoidance, then that is your answer. It's not about bitterness, it's about clarity. And clarity is freedom. Freedom from confusion, freedom from false hope, and freedom to focus on what's genuine and real. You deserve someone whose words and actions align. Someone who shows up, not just talks about it. That's respect, that's truth, and that's what you should stand for. Conclusion. Here's the hard truth. When a woman isn't interested, she'll show it. Not always with words, but through her actions, her energy, and her effort. If she's constantly unavailable, avoids deep conversations, never initiates, or her actions don't match her words, those are signs. And it's not your job to chase, convince, or decode. It's your job to see clearly, accept reality, and protect your peace. Stoicism teaches us one powerful principle. Focus only on what you can control. You can't control someone's feelings. You can't force interest or connection, but you can control how you respond. You can choose strength over confusion, self-respect over desperation, and clarity over false hope. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's the key. Let go of trying to change what's beyond your control. Instead, focus on your own growth, your own peace, and your own journey. When you release what doesn't serve you, you make space for what truly belongs. And here's the empowering truth. Rejection isn't a reflection of your worth. It's a redirection, guiding you towards relationships and experiences that match your value. You are worthy of real effort, genuine connection, and mutual respect. Don't settle for less. So, stand tall, walk away when you need to, and never beg for a place in someone's life. The right people won't make you guess. They'll make you feel seen, valued, and respected, without question. If this video helped bring you clarity, consider liking and subscribing for more empowering content. And remember, the strength you're looking for is already within you. Let Stoic wisdom guide you, and let your self-respect lead the way.